and welcome back to Gravey's Brewery with me, Gareth Goes Gravey. And guys, for this video, as you can see from the title below, for this video I'm bringing you hopefully a quick review of my version, or my clone. Well, I don't know whether you can see it. Rather appropriate, I'm wearing this t-shirt because again I'm bringing you a clone of a Hobgoblin. And yes, I realise I was wearing a King Goblin t-shirt, but then again, as saying that, as you can see from the label here with the particulars, 7.2% ABV. That's kind of what the King Goblin is in terms of ABV. I might have inadvertently made a clone of King Goblin. Anyway, I'm not going to beat around the bush. Whilst I pour this, why don't I tell you what I did? Okay, so as usual, I started off with 1.29 kilos of grains in 7 litres of water. Within those grains were 1.09 kilograms of Marisota, 65 grams of rolled oats, 50 grams each of carapils and crystal malt, and 30 grams of chocolate malt. I mashed as usual for an hour at I think around about 65 degrees. And for the hops, everything will be down there in the description. I used, well, the hops were Fuggles and Styrian Goldings. I used just over 3 grams of each at 60 minutes, just over 3 grams of each at 30 minutes, and 3 grams of each at flame out. I then pitched, once I got the temperature down to around about 22 degrees, I pitched with Danstar Nottingham yeast. I think my starting gravity was around about 1.060. Finishing gravity was around about 1.008, I can't remember. If I can find such information, I'll drop it down there in the description. But again, as you saw, excuse me, 7.2% ABV. So let's not beat around the bush. Here is the beer. Not much of a head. It did have a little bit of a head whilst I was pouring it. Colour, as you can see, is very dark. A dark red. I want to say not exactly purple, but a darkish red, dark ruby red. Carbonation, I can just see some on my side of the glass. Don't know while you can see it. Just try and tip it. Oh, there you go. Nice little trickle of carbonation making its way up the glass. And it's actually smelling quite nice from here, so I'm just going to dive in on the nose. Let's see what we get. Well, on the nose, really all I'm getting is quite a lot of maltiness, a lot of roasted malts. That was probably from the chocolate malt. Slight fruity aromas there, dark fruit. Bit plummy, bit raisiny. But this again is actually quite more malt forward on the aroma rather than the flavour. Anyway, let's have a taste. Cheers. And on the flavour again, considering that I did actually just take this bottle out of the fridge before I started this video, again, very more malt forward than hop forward. Again, slight roastiness, a little bit of nuttiness, a little bit of a coffee flavour on the back edge, tiny hint of chocolate. Got to admit, not so much in the way of that fruitiness coming out. I think there's just a little bit on the sides of my tongue, but nothing, nothing overly fruity on the flavours. I'm just going to dive in once more, just have another quick taste. Yeah, just on the back edge, there is a little bit of a plummy, dark fruit kind of flavour. Just hit the roof of my mouth. But again, the overpowering flavour is more coming from the malts. And I must admit, again, it is just a little bit too cold at the moment, so that 7.2% is actually quite well hidden. I'm not going to drink much more of that now here on camera. That is actually quite dangerously drinkable for 7.2. I want to let it come to room a bit. Excuse me. I want to let it come to room. Let you see, and I'll see if what else kind of comes out of it. I've kind of got an idea what to expect. I think I have had one bottle before. Again, as you could see from the label, this has been in the bottle nearly a month. I think another few weeks, and I think this is actually going to be much better. So, as a final verdict, I would say, if you want to brew this up, go ahead. If you're a fan of the Hobgoblin, send the ingredients and give it a go. And as always, if you missed what I described earlier in the video, my 1 gallon recipe will be down there in the description, and a link to it as well. And for those of you that have the app and you want the full 5 gallon version, I might pop that link down there as well. I found that in the Brewfather app, one of my favourite pieces of kit. That link will be down there in the description. You can find the 5 gallon batch. You might be able to find my 1 gallon batch, so either way. Or I'll pop the link to my 1 gallon batch down there. So if you wish to have a go of either, they're both down there for you. Right guys, well that was just my hopeful quick review of this particular brew. As always, if you have any general comments, questions or queries about the drink, drop them down there in the comments, we'll get some discussion going. If you've brewed this before and you did anything different to what I did, let me know. Once again, we could probably throw some ideas back and forth. We'll talk, again, throw some ideas about. And as always guys, again as I said, if you've had this before, you want to know more, drop your comments down there and we'll talk. Right guys, well that's all I've got for you for now. So until next time, from Gravey's Brewery, this has been Gareth Goes Gravy. I'll see you later. Cheers.